Hello and welcome to Right Sports Talk. My name is Zach. We have officially made it through the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. In the divisional round, I went 3-1 with my picks. Now into conference championship weekend. We have both conference championship games this Sunday. Let's get into my picks for those. First off, we have the Washington Commanders taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The Commanders are coming off of their win over the number 1 seed Detroit Lions. The Lions were the team that I thought could win the whole thing, but Washington Commanders coming off a victory over them, in which the Commanders' defense had 5 takeaways, and on top of that, in addition to their defense playing well and getting 5 takeaways, their offense played very well, and Jayden Daniels played very well, much like he has all postseason. And the Philadelphia Eagles are coming off of a victory over the LA Rams in a game in which Saquon Barkley had 205 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns to really help carry them to a close victory. So these two teams, they are divisional rivals, so this will be the 3rd time they are playing each other this season. And in the regular season, they both split their series. The Eagles won the first game, and the Commanders actually won their most recent game between these two, and that was the last loss the Eagles had so far this season. I am actually going to pick the Commanders to win this game. I think that they have the defense that can kind of slow down Saquon Barkley. Really slowing down Saquon is not really, what it means to slow down Saquon is not the same definition as what it means to slow down a different running back. Slowing down a regular running back means, under 100 yards and, not really able to get him going. For Saquon, if the Commanders can hold him to, maybe less than 150 yards and less than 2 touchdowns, then I think that is they'll put their defense in great shape to kind of control this game. The reason I think they can slow down Saquon Barkley in this game, is because I think they have the defensive front to kind of slow him down initially with their 2 very good defensive tackles in Jonathan Allen and Daron Payne. This will actually be the first time that both of them will play against the Eagles. The first time they played, neither of them played in that Eagles game in their first meeting. Their second meeting, Daron Payne played in that game, but not Jonathan Allen. I think the 2 of them combined can really help slow down Saquon and that initial push up front. They also have a very good linebacker in Frankie Louvu. I think that could help, if Saquon, does get past the defensive line, he can hopefully come in and, help bring him down for very minimal gains. And I think, their real key to defense, what will really help them, is to make Jalen Hurts try to beat them in this game. Jalen Hurts has not looked great this postseason. He hasn't really looked all that great since coming back from his concussion, which he actually suffered in the last meetup between these two teams. But I think if they can try to get, Jalen Hurts to beat them and try to get the Eagles passing game to beat them in this game instead of the run game, I think they have the secondary to really kind of slow them down, and they have the defensive pieces that can cover A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith very well with Marshawn Lattimore and Marshawn Lattimore and the rest of that defensive back group. And then offensively, I think they have the weapons to really go toe-to-toe with anybody. First and foremost, it starts with their rookie quarterback, Jayden Daniels, who has gone for over 300 total yards in both their playoff games. He's played very well. And they've got a very good running back duo in Brian Robinson Jr. and Austin Ekeler. I know this Eagles run defense is very good. They are a top 10 run defense, but I think the combination of Brian Robinson and Austin Ekeler is a very good combination to where even if you're not able to run the ball effectively with Brian Robinson, Austin Ekeler can work very well as a receiver out of the backfield and catch plenty of passes to kind of work as if short pass plays to work kind of as an addition to the run game and an addition to their offense. They have very good skill position players in the receiving game with Terry McLaurin, Dyami Brown, and Zach Ertz. I think even if they try to take out one of them, I know the first meeting, Terry McLaurin was basically a non-factor, and Zach Ertz had a very good game in that first meeting. That was really before Dyami Brown really stepped up to be the true number 2 receiver in this offense for the Commanders. So I think even if they can take out Terry McLaurin, I think Dyami Brown can have a very good game. I think Zach Ertz can have a very good game in addition to, either Terry McLaurin or Dyami Brown. I think if you take out one of the receivers, there's still 2 very good receiving options in Ertz and Brown. And, as I mentioned, Austin Ekeler as a kind of receiver out of the backfield and his ability to catch passes. So I think this Commanders offense is built very well, and this Commanders team as a whole is built very well to not only compete with the Philadelphia Eagles, but I think they get the victory. Next up, you have the AFC Championship game with the Buffalo Bills taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. The Buffalo Bills are coming off of a victory over the Baltimore Ravens, where their offense and defense both played very well. It was very balanced. Their offense didn't need to rely solely on Josh Allen. He could be more of a game manager, and their run game was really able to pick up for him with James Cook and that's with James Cook. And their defense was also very good, being able to contain Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. They held Derrick Henry to under 100 yards rushing. And the Kansas City Chiefs are, first off, the Kansas City Chiefs are going to their 7th straight AFC Championship game, with them coming off of a victory over the Houston Texans, where the Chiefs' defense was one of the key factors in that game for them. They made critical plays when they really had to in crunch time in that game late in the fourth quarter. It seemed like for most of the game they were really able to fluster CJ Stroud, and especially late in the game their defense was really able to shut down whatever the Texans offense was trying to do. Also in that game offensively, Travis Kelce had 117 yards receiving and a receiving touchdown, so he had a very big game. And after a kind of subpar for his standards season, but now in the playoffs, he really took off in the Chiefs' first playoff game. Now, these are 2 teams that played each other earlier in the season. The Bills were Kansas City's only true loss on the year. Yes, Kansas City did lose 2 games, but one of them was the final week of the season in which their backups were playing. So their only true loss in which all of their starters played, except for some they had out due to injury, was against this Buffalo Bills team. And in that game, in the regular season, Josh Allen was really able to put the Bills' offense on his back and really carry them and will them to a victory. So my pick for this game is actually going to be the Buffalo Bills. I think their offense has the ability to outscore this Chiefs offense. This Chiefs offense has been very lackluster most of the season. I know Travis Kelce had 117 yards in their game against the Texans. Their offense as a whole only had about 210 yards. The running game for the Chiefs wasn't really able to get going, and outside of Travis Kelce and a little bit of Xavier Worthy, the receiving game wasn't really able to get going. Just Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce were really able to keep their offense just good enough and score just enough points so that their defense could really help them to a victory. I don't think they're going to be able to do that against the Buffalo Bills. I don't think the Chiefs' defense is going to be able to stop the Bills' offense as much as they did the Texans. And I think that this Bills defense can slow down this Chiefs offense. Defensively, the Bills have pieces that can slow down Travis Kelce and kind of contain him in the receiving game. In linebacker Matt Milano and safety Taylor Rapp, if he plays, he did leave the Ravens game with an injury. Hopefully he's going to be able to play this week. But if he is, it's another added element that can help shut down or slow down and contain Travis Kelce, and it would really take away the number one receiving threat for the Kansas City Chiefs. I think that this Bills team is built to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. It's something they haven't been able to do in the playoffs. This will be their fourth meeting in the playoffs. The Chiefs have won the past 3 straight they played them in the playoffs. It seems like every year they play, the Bills can get the win in the regular season, and then the Chiefs find a way to win in the playoffs. I don't think that happens this time. I really do believe that the Buffalo Bills have what it takes to beat the Kansas City Chiefs and go to the Super Bowl. So those are my picks for this Conference Championship Sunday. Let me know what you guys think in the comments to who's going to go to the Super Bowl. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, see ya.